Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And today we're going to talk about some of the symbolisms with the prophets. Peace be upon the prophets. We're going to talk about some of the elements that they use, some of the symbols that they use. And these are things that's given accounts in the holy books. And today we're talking about Joshua. And in Joshua 6, 1 through 27, they talk about the walls of Jericho. So, again, peace be upon Joshua. And, let's dig into this. So, my father used to read this story to me when I was little. And he loves this story of how the Israelites, at the command of Joshua, marched around the walls of Jericho, and the walls of Jericho fell. Now, we're going to take a look at what the book says, the Holy Bible says about this story, because at that time, they had the Ark of the Covenant. And anybody at that time who had the Ark of the Covenant to be successful, or whatever they set out to do. So these are some of the symbols that God has given to us, and we'll talk about, what the Ark of the Covenant was made of at or what it was said to be made of at another time. But right now, we're gonna dig into what God gave Joshua in order to bring down and overcome the city walls of Jericho and defeat in battle these people that were hiding behind the walls of Jericho. So it says in 6 1 through 27, it says that God gave Joshua the download, the knowledge, in order to go to the priests and take 7 priests. And the priests took 7 horns. And as they were going around this city, Jericho, and marching around Jericho in a circle, 7 days, on the 7th day, the walls of Jericho fell, and they were able to enter the city and overtake it, men and women. So these are some of the things that we have to, look at the symbolism. 7, 7, 7. 7 priests, 7 horns, 7 days, a jackpot. So, that's where we get that 777 from. The holy books. That's one of God's, favorite numbers, 7. When he's dealing with the chosen ones, these are the symbols that he gives to the people to know that they're a chosen one, or you're a chosen person. And you'll see in other cultures, in the Islamic culture, and this is what I like to do, bring us together, because a lot of the things that's in the holy books, they're similar, and they're meant to bring us together under one mind, one law, one God, one understanding, and one love and one faith. So if you look at the Kaaba that Abraham built, peace be upon Abraham, you will see that people make their pilgrimage to the Kaaba, to Mecca, in order to circumambulate around the Kaaba. What does circumambulate mean? Go in a circle around it. When you look at the pictures of the Kaaba, you'll see they're going in a circle. So these holy places, God has given, when he has ordained for a place to be holy, you will see people going in a circle around it. When you see that God has ordained for a place for his chosen ones to conquer and, bring in his will upon a place, then you'll see them go in a circle around it. So those are some of the symbolisms that we can see in this story. We can see the circle, going in a circle. That's one of God's symbols, that he has given that person a chosen one, and told that one to do something for him. We'll see that he has implemented his number 777. And that means that this person will be victorious and succeed. Okay, so these are some of the things that we have to implement in our lives, in our communities, what God has given us from his holy books. When we have, our prayer life, when we have certain people that God has chosen among us, and God has chosen us to be in our community, to be at the head of our community, to choose people, then we have to do what we are commanded to do by God's holy books. When these negative people, tyrants, evil people, these evil entities enter into our cities, into our communities, into our towns, our lands, then we have to be able to encircle these people in order to let them know that, we will not let you take this person. We will not let you take what's ours. I don't care what it is. If it's our sons and daughters, we will deal with them. Their way of dealing with them is not. It is not going to be a regular godly way of dealing with things. So we have to be able to implement, how Joshua took the 7 priests. We have to be able to handpick those priests, or those men that's around us, that's strong in repelling the evil, that's strong in knowing how to make that joyful noise upon the enemy. Because, at this point, when you're encircling a place that is negative, when you're encircling a person that's a tyrant, an evil person, we're not trying to let you flee. We're not trying to let you go. God said, to take over. And that means to use whatever he has given you, the sword, the gun, whatever he has given you to overcome and subdue the situation. And as I see, that we are, in the midst of these evil times, with the racist people, with the people who want to control, then we have to implement the ways of the past. The holy books has given us the ways of the past. I see that we have resurrected the Black Panther Party. And with that, we need to know in every community that it should be men standing at the gate of every community, so that, nobody is forcibly taken and sold into bondage or carried into slavery by this evil entity. We shall erect ourselves and position ourselves and posture ourselves with the men and women of our community, and use what God has given to us of old. 777. We need to encircle whatever. We need to come together and encircle whatever evil is coming up on us. Men, women, children. We need to come together to be able to encircle it and subdue it. So these are some of the symbolisms that God has given us, to understand where we are and what we need to do and how we should go about doing it. Because these things have not just been given to us in these books just to, clap our hands and say amen. It's not, amen is not finished. It's not done until we have subdued the people, and we have taken back our people and our land. We have subdued our place in history, that we will not be overtaken by negative evil, and we will not live in fear. So these are some of the things that I hope that you have understood. I hope that you like the way that I broke down the walls of Jericho and Joshua. Peace be up unto him. You can reach out to me at any time. in the description below, or you can leave a comment. Assalamu alaikum.